So yesterday we saw degeneracy. Is there any problem regarding degeneracy? You have understood that degeneracy can occur at any stage, at initial stage while finding the IBFS, or at any intermediate step while optimizing the solution by Modi method, because at a time two or more cells become unoccupied and only one cell becomes occupied, and that is why number of allocations become less than m plus n minus 1 and the degeneracy occurs. Okay, so in both the cases, resolving degeneracy, the procedure is same, that you choose one of the unoccupied cells where the transportation cost is possibly smaller, and if you put epsilon units there, then it should not form any loop. That means the allocation should remain at independent positions. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, if there is any condition that arises, like in a loop, we know that there is a chances of degeneracy, but we also know that there is another loop which can be formed. So in that case, what do we have to do?
I don't understand your question, Vipasini.
Ma'am, we have two loops which can be formed. So in one loop, there are chances of degeneracy.
No. See, while putting epsilon, no loop should be formed at all. When you put an epsilon, that cell becomes occupied. Where you will put epsilon, tell me. Where you are going to put epsilon? Vipasini, do you understand what I'm saying? Where you are going to put an epsilon?
No, ma'am, I didn't get your question.
See, suppose your TP table is like this. It's a 3x4 table. Okay. So how many allocations you should have? Tell me. How many occupied cells? Suppose you have allocations like this. Okay. Right now this is your solution. कि आपने यहाँ पे NWCM यूज किया है, यहाँ पे आपने ये डाले हैं, यूनिट्स डाले हैं. So you are not getting 6. You are getting only 5 allocations. So how many more cells should become occupied? How many more cells should become occupied? One more. So where you should put that epsilon? Should you put epsilon here?
Ma'am, we can put circuit won't be formed.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That suppose this is the smallest cost of in the transportation table, and you will say that, ma'am, this is the smallest cost, so I will put epsilon here. But then that will form a loop here, isn't it? Are you getting the point?
Yes, ma'am.
So you should put epsilon where the cost is possibly smaller. I'm using the word possibly smaller. So this is one of the ideal situations where you can put an epsilon. Okay. You should not put epsilon here also. You should not put epsilon here also. Do you understand me? Okay. So epsilon should be put in a cell where there is no allocation. Obviously, you want to make one unoccupied cell or number of unoccupied cells to be occupied, so that the number of allocations become exactly m plus n minus 1. Right now there are 5 allocations, so only one cell we require to put an epsilon. So here I can put an epsilon. Do you understand it now? Is that the answer to your question, Vipasini?
Ma'am, my question is something else. Like if the loop forms after while optimizing the solution,
that time you have to consider epsilon to be an occupied cell. Okay, you have to consider this cell to be an occupied cell. See, like yesterday's example, if you observe, let me just find out yesterday's notes. Now, this was our answer.
यस मैम, यहाँ पर मैम जब मैं अपना सोल्यूशन ऑप्टिमाइज कर रही हूँ ना,
नहीं,
तो
पहले
हम
तुम्हें एप्सिलॉन डालना है विपाशिनी, पहले तुम्हें एप्सिलॉन डालना है. हमने एप्सिलॉन यहाँ पे कहीं पे डाला है क्या?
नहीं मैम.
हाँ, एप्सिलॉन डाल के दिखाया क्या? मैंने नहीं दिखाया.
नो नो मैम.
हाँ, तो वी विल कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम दैट, नो प्रॉब्लम. I will just copy this page. Yeah. Let me erase all these things. Now see girls, so let us continue from yesterday's problem. Let me just erase all these points. Yeah, I was showing you how the degeneracy occurs. Can you tell me the allocations again? These allocations.
Yes ma'am. 5, 4, 2. Ma'am, there's no 8 in the allocations.
What?
There's no 8 in the second row. There's one 8 which is not there. Ma'am, 1. Then in again 1 in the third row, third column 1.
Third row, third column. This
Yes
is
ma'am. Yeah.
okay.
Ma'am, in the fourth row, first column 3.
Yes.
Ma'am, that's it.
That's it. So now this is a 4 cross 6 table, right? So we should have 4 plus 6 minus 1, that is equal to 9 allocations, right? But we have only 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now all these allocations are at independent positions. So we will put an epsilon. We put epsilon so that, ये सब हमने लिखा था ना रे, ये सब हमने लिखा है ना? Here we choose the cell 2, 5
Yes ma'am.
and put epsilon unit.
Yes ma'am.
So 2, 5 cell कहाँ पे है? यहाँ पे है, right? So I can put an epsilon here on in 2, 5 so that allocations remain at independent positions. कुछ loop form हो रहा है क्या? Is there any loop formed?
No.
No. Okay, so now you will have the values of UIs and VJs to calculate. What is the use of this Bipashini and all? Why we need to put an epsilon? If that epsilon tends to 0 only, why do we need to put? Because we want to calculate UIs, VJs and DIJs. With the less number of allocations, we cannot calculate all UIs and VJs. Okay, and that's why we need that. And if we don't calculate UI, VJ, then we cannot calculate DIJs. Okay. Have you finished writing this? ये लिखा है क्या आपने already? I will just erase it. Now, Bipashini, you tried to optimize this. Bipashini, did you try to optimize this?
No, ma'am, I'm doing.
Just a minute, girls. Yes. So now if you try to calculate UIs and VJs, can you calculate them? That we want to see. Yes, which variable we can set equal to 0? We can set either U2 or U4 equal to 0. Right? U2 or U4 is equal to 0. So which one you want to set equal to 0?
U4.
U4. If I set U4 equal to 0, then what is the value of V5? Look at this cost. U4 plus V5 should be 2. So V5 is 2. Go to the occupied cells only. Go to the occupied cells only. Okay, to calculate UIs and VJ, consider occupied cells only. Now this will be also 2. This will be 6. Now this is 6, this is 6. So U3 also becomes 0. V3 becomes 9. Is that correct, girls? What I am calculating? So U1 is also 0. Then this is 2, so this is 3. 2 plus 3, 5.
V6 is 2.
V6
V2 is 0.
V6 is 2 and V2 is 0.
0.
Yes. Okay. Then DIJs, you can calculate DIJs for these unoccupied cells. Yes. Can you tell me DIJs?
Ma'am, 9 minus 6, 3.
3.
12 minus 0, 0. Or 12, sorry.
12. Then this
6
is
minus 2, 4.
4. 7.
9 minus 2, 7. 8.
8. This is minus 2.
Minus 2.
Then 12. This is minus 5. Right? 9
Yes,
plus
ma'am.
3,
2.
12. 7 minus 12. Then 2 plus 3, 5. This is 2.
2.
Then this is another unoccupied
5.
cell. This is 5.
9.
This is 9.
1.
1.
9.
9.
8.
8. 2.
2.
8.
8.
So there are two negative cells, right? This one and this one. So which cell we should choose so that we can form a loop? I think we can form a loop. Like this, see. Just check
3.
first. We can start from this cell. -5 से हमें start करना है. Okay?
फिर 9 पे जाके फिर वापस 5.
-5 से हम जाएंगे यहाँ पे एप्सिलॉन पे. ओके ओके then I will go to this 4. Then I will skip this 2. Then I will go to this 3. Okay, then I will go here. Then I will go to this 1 and this. So this is the loop now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. Do you understand it? Here I'm putting plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. No other loop is formed here. Do you understand? I had told you when we defined a loop that a loop contains an even number of cells and only 2 cells in a line you have to take, not more than 2, and that's why we have to skip this 2 wala cell. Everybody is getting this or not? Such kind of loops are also possible.
Yes, ma'am.
समझा है सबको? Okay, now you apply Mori to this, find out Dij's. And from negatively signed cells, you will adjust the epsilon because epsilon is very small. कौन कौन से सेल पे नेगेटिव साइन आया है देखो, कौन कौन से सेल से? ये एक है, ये दूसरी सेल है, and this is the third cell, right? So what are the units? How many units are placed? Epsilon, 1 and 3. So what is minimum of that?
Epsilon.
Epsilon. Okay. So you will adjust only epsilon units. And 1 plus epsilon, आप जहां जहां पे अभी यहाँ पे epsilon करोगे, यहाँ पे 0 हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे 4 plus epsilon हो जाएगा. So 4 plus epsilon is nothing but 4. Okay. Is that clear, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
So be prepared for both kind of degeneracies. One is at the initial stage, the other one is at the intermediate stage. Now this is at initial stage. After IBFS itself, we check that number of allocations not equal to m plus n minus 1. But I am again telling you, I am again reminding you that while optimizing it, it happens that when you put negative signs to the occupied cells and when you choose minimum out of them, there may be a tie that all the negatively signed cells contain the same number of units, and then those cells at a time will become unoccupied. So at a time, more than 2 cells will become unoccupied and only 1 cell becomes occupied, and then you get number of allocations less than m plus n minus 1. In that case also, you have to do the similar action, take similar action that put epsilon units so that the allocations remain at independent positions. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I had a doubt. I mean, the same question. If we have, if we have 2 loops, that means we can make 2 loops, and in one loop there occurs a degeneracy, and the other one we can't. There is no degeneracy. So which one should
How
we
it is
choose?
possible?
Or anyone
It's possible. See, you have to start forming a loop from the cell where the Dij value is most negative. Is there any loop formed here by after considering this?
Ma'am, if there is any, then
No, such kind of
ma'am, if there is any loop that can be formed where degeneracy may occur.
So you have
Like
to take that. Yeah, you have to take that. That's what I'm saying, Brunal. You people are not understanding or what I'm saying. See, when you find this minimum thing, no? Huh? Now forget about epsilon. Forget about epsilon. Suppose this is also 3. What is minimum of 3, 3? Tell me.
3.
3. That, see, we are finding the minimum from the cells which has negative sign in the loop. सो उन दोनों सेल्स में अगर निगेटिव साइन है और नंबर भी सेम ही आ रहा है, सो यू विल टेक आउट 3 यूनिट्स फ्रॉम दोज सेल्स, राइट? पहले 3 यूनिट्स
Yes,
डाले
ma'am.
थे, अभी आप 3 यूनिट्स दोनों से निकाल रहे हो. दैट मीन्स बोथ द सेल्स विल बिकम एम्प्टी, नो?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, your occupied cells will become unoccupied, but +3 आप कहाँ पे डालोगे? सिर्फ इसमें डालोगे ना,
Unoccupied.
एक अनऑक्यूपाइड में डालोगे, बाकी ऑलरेडी ऑक्यूपाइड रहेंगी. जहां पे प्लस साइन है बाकी ऑलरेडी ऑक्यूपाइड रहेंगी सेल्स. So both the cells will at a time become unoccupied, but only one cell is going to be occupied. So degeneracy is going to occur in that case. So you have to form that loop, because see, आपको लूप फॉर्म करना है तब आपको मोस्ट निगेटिव डीआईजे देखना ही है मृणाल. ओके,
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
यस, मोस्ट निगेटिव डीआईजे आपको देखना ही है, वही से आपको लूप फॉर्म करना है. ओके, you cannot avoid degeneracy if it is occurring, and you should not avoid that. Better you resolve that degeneracy, okay? And resolving is just a technique overcoming the problems that will appear while optimizing it. If you don't resolve it, you know that ultimately epsilon is going towards 0 only. It is tending to 0. So what is the use, you will say, but that will just help you out in calculating all these numbers. Otherwise, if you don't have this, perhaps you may not calculate one of the U2 or V5. Obviously, you may be able to calculate U2, but then you may not be able to calculate V5. Something of that sort will happen. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can we go to the next type then, maximization? So maximization in TP is another special case. In that, what we do, the very first step is, again you check whether your TP is balanced or not, first of all. Then convert the given maximization problem into minimization problem. And then solve it as usual using your methods. But while calculating the TP cost, you retain with the original costs. Okay. Do you understand the steps, what I'm saying? Are you getting it? See, we will have a problem, right, all of you. A company, please put the title maximization in TP. A company manufacturing air coolers has 2 plants located at Mumbai and Calcutta. With capacities of 200 units and 100 units per week respectively. Are you writing the problem, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
The company supplies the air coolers to its 4 showrooms situated at Ranchi, Delhi, Lucknow, have you finished writing this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, done. Can I go ahead? So this is the word problem. We first have to formulate it into a TP. Yeah, what is written due to the differences in raw material cost and TP cost, the profit per unit. एक minute, huh? Due to the differences in raw material cost and TP cost, the profit per unit in rupees differs, which is shown in the table below. Girls, we will immediately continue. Okay, you don't take a break now. 12:15 to 12:30, you don't take a break. We will continue and I will leave you at 1 o'clock. Okay, then you take a break 1 to 1:15. So obviously, see, from Bombay to Calcutta, the transportation is happening to different cities. And because of the transportation cost, obviously Bombay to Ranchi, the distance is different than Bombay to Delhi. So transportation cost is different and raw material cost is different, and therefore the profit differs, obviously. And we are given these profit quantities. So Ranchi, Delhi. So our destinations are Ranchi, Delhi, Lucknow. I'm not writing properly, girls, today. I don't know what is happening. Kanpur, then Mumbai and Calcutta. These are our sources. Do you understand this problem, girls? And these are the profit units given to us. I'm sorry. So this is Kanpur. This is 110, 50, 70, 130, 85. And what are the supply quantities? Can you tell me, girls, from the problem? Capacities? Capacities क्या दी है आपको? Capacities at the manufacturing units at Mumbai and Calcutta. What are the capacities given?
200 and 100.
200 and 100.
Yes. And what are the requirements at these destinations?
75, 100, 130.
Yes. So you have to check whether the total capacity is equal to total demand. This is 300 and this is something 305. So there are two cases which we are going to cover in one problem. Which two cases? This TP is unbalanced. Okay. And what is more here? Demand is greater than capacity,
Demand.
right? So what we will have to introduce? We had written something about unbalanced TP. So we are going to what? Yes, girls. What will
We
be
add a dummy source.
dummy source and whose capacity will be 305 minus 300, that is 5 units. Okay. Have you written this table? Have you written this table?
No, ma'am.
लिखो ना जल्दी, क्या कर रहे हो? Simultaneously you have to write also. So question क्या है? Plan the production program so as to maximize the profit. So as to maximize the profit. The company may have its production capacity at any plant partly unused. Okay, so usually when we consider any transportation problem, the objective is to minimize the transportation cost. But here we are talking about maximization of the profit, and thus we have to reduce the problem first into a minimization type, then apply your regular methods of IBFS, and while finding the profit, you return to these original numbers. Okay? Do you understand the procedure? Can I go to the next page?
Yes, ma'am.
ये लिखा आपने 300, 305. So total supply is less than total demand. Therefore, TP is unbalanced, right? Therefore, we introduce a dummy source with capacity of 5 units and profit in each cell at 0. Okay, so the dummy source or the dummy column, whichever you are introducing, in that every entry is to be taken 0, because that you are introducing. Okay, therefore we have, so I'm just writing the initials of all the cities: Ranchi, Delhi, Lucknow and Kanpur. Then we have Mumbai, Calcutta and dummy. Okay, dummy source. And the entries here are these are the capacities. And demand. So this is 75, 100, 130. So at Mumbai, the capacity is 200, 100 and dummy source it is 5. So now it has become 305, 305. Okay. So your problem is 90, 90, 100, 110, 50, 70, 130, 85, 0, 0, 0, 0. Finished, girls?
Yes.
Okay. So now first convert the given maximization problem into minimization. For this, subtract each entry of the TP matrix from the largest entry. Okay, this is very easy technique. There are different approaches, but we are going to stick to this one approach, that how to convert maximization problem into minimization. Find the biggest entry from the largest. So from this biggest entry or largest entry, subtract every entry of the TP table. Of course, supply and demand are not considered there. So this is our problem. So which one is the largest number here?
130.
130 is the largest number. So subtract. So here 130 is the largest entry. Subtract every number from 130. Don't subtract 130 from every number. Okay. So what do you get? Ranchi. This is Ranchi. Then what you have? Delhi, Lucknow, na pehle, and then Kanpur. Girls, anytime meeting can get ended, please join back immediately. Okay, then this is Mumbai. This is Calcutta. This is dummy source. This is demand. Okay, can you tell me the new matrix now? Can you tell me the new matrix now? 130 minus 90. What is the answer? 40. Again 130 minus 90, 40. 130 minus 100, 30. 130 minus 110, 20. 130 minus 50 is 80. 130 minus 70 is 60. Girls, come on, tell me. Do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
तो बताओ ना जल्दी.
Yes, ma'am.
0.
0. And this is 35 kya? 15 and 30, 45. Then here it will be 130, 130, 130, 130. And the demand and supply quantities being same, what we had after balancing it.
That is 5, no?
Huh?
Ma'am, the capacity dummy for the dummy source, the capacity is 5.
Okay. This is a new table. Now see girls, whichever method you are applying, except NWCM. In NWCM, you will not concentrate on the cost. You will concentrate on the location. But if you are applying, say LCEM or VAM, then you will obviously go for the smallest cost, right? If you apply LCM, the first smallest cost is 0. But originally, what is that? Originally, what is there in this cell?
130.
130.
130. Are you getting the point? So this will be considered. Okay.